Hello, uh, welcome to a VOD review video. So I'm actually speaking in post. So this was a game I played on stream, and it's a game that I lost. I think I went 5th in this game, and I kind of know what the reason was, but I do want to VOD review through the whole process, and this can kind of serve like a little bit of a tutorial as well as some analysis. If you like the content on this channel, so usually I'm not like doing shout outs because they're just VODs from live things. Please make sure to like and subscribe. And yeah, so I think this game I end up going for Artifact. Whenever I pick these, so I hate Prismatic because I feel like sometimes people can just win the game off Prismatic. So I usually veer towards Artifact. So Artifact is like whack as well. So I'll tell you like the high rolls things, like Loaded Carousel. This is maybe like the least crazy one, but if you get a lot of items, sometimes the items can grief you, especially if you're like win streaking. You just get stuck with like a lot of tank components, and then it just like feels really bad. But I like Loaded Carousels a lot of the time. Prismatic Prelude, like people can just hit like the Giga Prismatic, like, you know, like rich get richer, or like level up, or stuff that just like gives you a free fast 9, and then you can get like a really strong board. And then Artifact Anvil, the real broken one is Gambler's Blade, right? Gambler's Blade like lets you go like really hard. Like it gives you like so much econ as well as giving you like a lot of AP, and it gives you like attack speed, so it's really good on like a lot of the late units, right? You think like Sona, and you think Sona and Ziggs, right? It works really well on a 9 board. So not only does it help you get to 9, it's also like good on the 9 board, right? So that's like a little prelude. So I think Artifact is like, there's some variants, right? I don't know why my thing isn't going. There's some variants, obviously, right? I usually pop it after, like, you know, after we get through this little first stage of creep rounds. I also hit a Senna. So Senna is one of those units. You probably see it a lot if you're playing your game. Senna is just like so good early game. I hit this Chosen Super Fan. I'm trying to debate, do I want to take it or not? I think in hindsight I probably should take it. I think I don't take it, right? But we'll see what happens. But basically Senna, Chosen Senna you can get really far. Senna 2 you can get really far. Senna 1 you're probably good for stage 1, right? Into stage 2. Senna you put in like your typical super fan opener, or you put in like, what's it called? You need at least like another true damage, because then she gets blink bonus, and then her blink bonus is really good. She casts a lot, she just does a bunch of damage. So you can ride Senna all the way to 9 in some cases, right? That's just an important thing to note. So this is my board. I'm just trying to play a strong early board. I think like stage 2, so my thing is a little bit in the way. Let me move this so you can see the stages as well. There we go. So I think like stage 2, right, I'm usually trying to like preserve HP or preserve money, because I always want to play towards maybe a fast 9. I hit Cluttered Mine. I don't know how good this Augment is on stats. It doesn't say that it's that good. It's like a 4 point something, right? It's not like broken. But for me, it's like I'm kind of looking at this and I'm thinking like, yeah, I can use that and try and tempo into fast 9. I don't want to buy this Chosen. This is what I mean by I should have bought the Lilia. So the Lilia was like good enough, right? Lilia was 2 super fan. All I needed is to find like 1 Kennen, and then I have like a decent front line because the Lilia gains an extra item, and then plus a Sentinel, and I'm good to go, right? But here it's like, now I'm kind of in this awkward spot where it's like, I don't really have something I want to slam. For me, it's probably, let's see. Okay, so this is what I was talking about. I hit Gambler's Blade. That's probably the best thing I can hit. But the problem is I don't have a lot of money, because I Cluttered Mine, so I have a lot of bench, so I might not win out on stage 2, and that might be a problem. But now I basically want to econ up a little bit. I'm definitely going to lose to this board because I'm still level 3. I didn't even hit to level 4. So it might just be like a lose the first couple rounds. And we'll probably watch stage 2, and then I'll probably skip around more on stage 3. So I don't think I played this opener really bad, but I think the first really big mistake was just not taking the Lilia. Headliners are kind of whack. Sometimes you feel like you don't want to settle, but like sometimes you just gotta settle to, like, you know, it has to be like good enough, right? I already had the Senna, so I know what my backline's gonna be, and I definitely should have just played towards that. There's a world here where I play Annie instead of Senna, because I have Annie 2, I only have Senna 1, but I have Senna pair, so I don't really want to do it, but I might be able to, like, you know, I'm not making econ this round anyways, so maybe, because I slammed the Gambler's Blade already, because I was level 3, I shouldn't have slammed the maybe, I don't know, it's hard to say. I think I did this fine, but I find the Kennen, see, imagine if I had one of the, imagine if instead of this Nami, I had Lilia 2 right now, right? Imagine if this was Lilia. And that's the first thing you should always note, chat. You should always think about, is it good enough, right? It was good enough. So I think that's like a lot of my, see, like, look, I'm already down 10 HP, right? You'll see later in the game, probably I'll be like whining that I'm like low HP. That, like, that 10 HP could have been the difference between like me getting 5th and me getting 4th. That's why, like, you know, you might not think about these early decisions, but they matter a lot. So now I lose another round. I have all of these 2 stars that I can buy, but I'm just choosing not to because I'm just trying to build up my econ more so than playing the units. And now I have an Olaf in, so I might just buy the Olaf. I think it's sell, buy, 1-2 in, and then buy one more. You know what the problem is? I'm also getting griefed. I think I said this during the game as well. Okay, I'm fine. This is fine. No, no, don't do that. Whoa, 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 whoa. I mean, I guess. I don't know. Okay, let me go back. I don't think that was the right play. I think this puts me in a bad econ spot, right? I guess I'm just hoping for Gambler's Blade to bail me out. Okay, so my logic here. So you see, this is the problem, right? I put in this guy because it's Sentinel and it's a strong frontline unit and it's true damage. So I sell the Kennen, right? But the problem with doing this is that now I'm at 10 gold and I can't buy this Evelyn, right? So because the Evelyn will combine, and for Cluttered Mine, you want to have your bench full, right? So if I lose that, I have to buy this Kale or this Misfortune, because if they combine, it won't fill up the bench, right? Because these will combine on bench, which is kind of bad, right? So what I was thinking of doing was I just got Olaf chosen. I guess it's 2 Bruiser Olaf, but I would have just put in like Tom Kench and keep the Kennen. Or I would have found a Guardian. Like, I don't have a Guardian on bench, but I think the Kennen might have been... Like, this is a stronger board, but it risks my econ a little bit, right? So now I think I have to hope for Gambler's Blade. It's still better to get the value of Cluttered Mine, because Cluttered Mine is basically like... what is it? I think it's like 2... It works out to like 2 gold per turn, so if you're sacrificing 1 gold for 2 gold... But anyways, my Gambler's Blade bailed me out, yeah. So, I hit it anyway, so it's not that big of a problem. But now I'm like kind of strong. Maybe I lose this. Let me move this as well. I need to like move it out of the way so that... Yeah, I think I lose this anyways. Yeah, so look, now I'm at 9. So that was the cause. That's what I was saying, why it's a mistake. Because I didn't have to do that. So that's 2 mistakes in the opening. So that sets up my econ is poor, and my board is poor, and I lost a lot of health, right? Oh, I like this VOD review. I already saw, like, you know, usually it just turns into like a shit show, and it's like, oh yeah, you know, I made a mistake late in the game, and that was a really bad mistake. No, it's like, I can clearly see I played my opening like shit, right? I could have been 10 HP. I could have been 10 HP more and like 10 gold richer if I just bought the Lilia, right? Mental note. I think the reason I didn't want the Lilia was because it was plus super fan, and I was thinking like I really want like a super fan backline. But that was just a really bad mistake. I should have just taken the super fan. Mordekaiser. Am I trying to get in pentakill? I could. I don't know. No. Yeah, this is... I think this is better. But I just have no items on either. Kale is weird. I don't know how good Kale is, because I saw a couple Kale rerollers, and then they stopped doing Kale reroll. Like, you know, like when the patch first starts, everybody tries some crazy shit. Like, people tried like Mosher reroll with I was talking with some guys yesterday when I was in a call while my friend was playing TFT, and we were talking about like how Jax is really underwhelming, and I was like, oh yeah, there was like a bunch of rerollers, and then they stopped rerolling, so I figured like, I guess it's just bad. Like I never tried it out myself because like I saw it once or twice, and it's the same with Kale. I saw it once or twice, and I never saw it again. And the times I saw it, it was like really strong. So I just don't know what happened. I think it's just like a really high roll position. Like you have to hit like an early Kale 3 that you tempo into like a Viego pentakill board, and then you're playing the Kale anywhere because it's edgelord everything. But here it's like I have no items and it's a Kale. This is just useless, right? The only thing it's giving me is like 3 pentakill, but which gives me some attack speed, and that helps out my Senna. But it's like whatever. Anyways, I hit the Senna too, so now I feel strong and stable. All right, I want to switch out this and this for a better front line. And I want to maybe still go fast 9, but maybe stop at 8, right? The reason I want to go fast 9 is because I have Cluttered Mind. So I'm going to be like level 6 really soon. Anyways. I should win this fight, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because now I have the Senna online. Senna 2 is great. And then we go through Krugs. I'm skipping a little bit because I don't want to make this too long. I get dropped a golden duplicator, golden Nico, however you want to call it. The problem with this is that I always troll whenever I have one.
I think people feel lonely during the holidays because...
Sorry. YouTube ads. There we go. I'm gonna put on shuffle as well. Alright, back to VOD. I feel like I always troll. The way you should always play around a golden Nico is not towards like 3-starring. Like a lot of times you look at it and you're like, you know, the Voltorb flip, the slot machine starts going off, right? And you think, okay, I'm gonna play towards like a 3-star 4 cost or some crazy shit. Though even with a golden Nico, it's still a very high roll thing to think about. The way you should think about it is like, if I can get on my roll down, if I'm like 1 off of like starring up a unit that will very well stabilize my board, I should just go for it. Anyways, this guy's going Yasuo. Yasuo, never go Yasuo, guys. Yasuo's not a playable unit. You might be able to tempo with it. Oh look. This is me popping off that I hit my Gambler Blade hit, right? I have like on stream because I'm live. I have a soundboard thing that I made that I can put clips of videos. All right, here I know this was a mistake. I remember I was talking about on stream. Let me pause for a second. So I see this. I see Final Reserves. Harmesis is probably really good here, right? So I don't have really items for anything besides like a backline carry, right? Because I just have my Senna items and they're not even that good. So I don't really have any items, right? So like an item augment or something that's like really good that I can spread out items because I have like a decent amount of like tankiness and whatever. I can also think towards like a Karthus Akali board, right? But I'm like, whatever. I end up taking, I'm pretty sure I take Tiniest Titan here. Now, the reason I took Tiniest Titan was because I just played a game where I went first taking Tiniest Titan. So I was just being stupid because this was like in the same like stream. I think it's like, it used to be like really broken because of like the gain 2 player health and 1 gold. So it's basically like you're getting like 5 gold per stage and you gain like 10 health per stage, which is a lot, right? It can sustain you till like super late in the game. But the problem is, what let me stop the music. So I'll explain to you why Tiniest Titan is sometimes bait. The reason it's sometimes bait is because it's a prismatic lobby now, right? We have 3 prismatic augments, right? So what you have to consider is like not the fact that like, oh, this is broken, I'm gaining health and gold, I'm gonna be so strong. The fact is other people are hitting like really strong combat augments or really strong econ augments, right? And this is neither a strong combat augment nor an econ augment. Now I think Tiniest Titan is really good on stage 2-1, right? This is 3-2. So because it's 3-2, I lose a lot of value. Like imagine if I had Tiniest Titan as my first augment. I would be 90 health and I would be 5 gold richer, plus 1, I'd be like 6 gold richer, which can help me hit the econ threshold, especially in stage 2 where you're like first building your econ. It's like really good there because it like sets you up to like, you can lost streak all of stage 1, or sorry, all of stage 2. You can be like highest health in the lobby with highest gold in the lobby, right? Because like it's a lot easier just to play a weaker board lose streak than to like try and like outcap your opponents in high roll and like have a strong board, right? And especially when there's a prismatic lobby, if you hit Tiniest Titan on stage 2-1, then you also have the benefit of everybody else being really strong because they're sending it because they have like a prismatic augment that could make them very strong, right? Anyways, I take it now, and I think that's another mistake. I think bulk might have not been good. With my items, I could spread them out, right? Because this is another frontline item or backline item, so I'm really flexible with my items. And bulk 3 is really good because it just is. It gives a lot of like sustain. And if I'm playing like a full legendary board, it's like the quality of the units with like multiple item spread is probably a good idea. But yeah, so that, I took Tiniest Titan. I think like Final Reserves is kind of awkward to play because it's like the opposite Tiniest Titan. It's like the same concept of Tiniest Titan. It's like I'm playing down and augment until like X moment. And I don't believe in myself that this was like the best spot to do it. I think it's like if I'm more in a risky spot, you play it more for like Gambit, if that makes sense. Anyways, I hope I explained that okay. Anyways, I start to win some fights here because I have Senna 2. So I'm pretty strong. I group up my units like this. I think just because I wanted to like focus fire because I felt like I didn't have enough front line. And then I go to level 7. I don't have anything to play. But I should switch off this Olaf very soon. It's just because I didn't like hit anything. And I still have this cluttered mine. I'm trying to like just, I don't want to roll on 7. I kind of just want to go fast 8 and then replace it with like a better chosen. Right? Okay, so this guy's really strong. So this guy hit like really good augments. He has 2 combat augments and I have like pretty much no combat augments. Like this isn't a combat and this isn't a combat. And my only win con right now feels like it's level 9. Right, because I have 2 things to help me sustain myself as well as gain the EXP to go to level 9. Compare it with this guy, I'd much rather be in this guy's spot because this guy is econ slash combat because he got like a death blade plus it drops some gold, and then he got binary drop, so now it's like he gets free extra item if he has 2 items on every person, plus he's playing a jazz board, plus he has heartsteel in, so he's also farming heartsteel. So like already I think this guy won the lobby. Like honestly, I don't see how this guy doesn't win the lobby, but it's just like looking at his augments, his other stuff. It's like my only way of outcapping these type of people is I have to hit 9, right? Anyways, there's lots of spats. I don't take a spat because I don't think there's anything I really have to make with it, right? Like spat's always good because you make jazz or a fawn. I took a sword just because I need some items. And then I made a Cassante 2, so I put in the Cassante 2. I'm playing 4 Sentinel. I sold the dude. I wanted to try and stabilize a little bit, so I sold him and I went for this because that's the only thing that I hit that I was like, okay, this is good enough. And I want to keep my econ. And I'm gonna sell these, and I'm buying cheaper units just because I want my cluttered mine to be like value town, right? I just want like as cheap a units that I'm holding. Anyways, I'm still losing a little bit. I want to skip ahead a little bit because I don't think there's any major decisions here. I'm just trying to greed and make it up. But as you can see, I'm falling off really hard, right? There's these 2 guys that are really low, but like everybody here is kind of the same health, and then I'm now dropping below them, which is a bit concerning. But anyways, let's continue going. Chucking along here. Okay, let's see what I get dropped. I get dropped, I don't know, I might make a Thieves Gloves, honestly. Is Thieves Gloves thing? It's like my itemizations are weird because I don't really have any complete item set, right? I'm kind of playing towards like a Karthus Akali thing. Okay, do I buy the Caitlyn? Surely I buy the Caitlyn, right? I have decent items for it. Yeah, and it's like IE, Gambler's Blade. I can make a Steadfast for frontline, and then I can use the thing as a frontline item as well. Do I want to sell Sentinel? I can sell 1 Sentinel. I can play Bruiser, this guy. Oh, I fucked up. So I wanted to put the set in. That's just bad mechanics. Right? I have 2 8-bit with this, and I have rapid fire with this. It's unfortunate that I have to keep this Jinx in, but it's decent. And I'm a big Caitlyn fan. Now, the problem with Caitlyn is you'll see here, like her damage is a bit underwhelming. Usually you can pivot into Caitlyn if you already have 8-bit in early. Like imagine if I found a Corki and I was playing Corki instead of Senna. Because Corki Chosen is pretty good. It falls off around stage 4, but that's what you usually do. You usually level 8 on stage 4 by some means, right? So as soon as the Corki starts to fall off, you sell him and then you have the option of playing Caitlyn. Right, as opposed to Senna where you don't really have the option of playing somebody, you don't have as good a spot for that. I think I take this, this is my last mistake, I think. So I took 1, 2, 5 because I just wanted to get a 5 cost early. And I said, you know what? Maybe it'll save my game and it'll make me really strong. I got a Yorick, which is probably one of the best drops I can have because it fits into my board perfectly. Right? 2 Guardian, 2 Monster. I already have the set. I already have this. Right? So I'm down for it. And the reason I took the 5 cost one is because I still have this Greater Duplicator that, if you guys forgot about it, it's still sitting on my bench. So in my head, I was like, if I find a single 5 cost right now, and then I go 9, it makes it a lot more stable for me when I get there, right? Anyways, this guy is Cluttered Mind. There's a guy in the lobby, maybe when I was skipping, I didn't scout it, but this guy, the Deathblade Hedge Fund, and there's another guy that is Cluttered Mind Hedge Fund. So me that took 2 augments to try and play towards level 9, I think there's 3 players going 9, right? And that's why these augments aren't necessarily the best, because like Cluttered Mind is okay. Oh, this is me saying let's go Thresh. Cluttered Mind isn't necessarily the best, and Tiniest Titan isn't necessarily the best, but the problem is my win con right now, especially with my items, like I didn't really build towards like an 8-star board, right? I don't have Karthus Akali items and it's contested anyways. I'm kind of only playing toward, like, my only win con in this lobby feels like it is a fast 9 type of game, right? Maybe I hit something else, but you know, it's kind of awkward. Anyways, I find this, I put in the dudes. I have 3 Heartsteel, but I don't have the box. I don't know why, but I think I find it. I'm rolling a little bit on 8 because I'm super low health, and I'm noticing that like I might not make it to 9 at the same tempo as the other people, because basically 2 people hit Hedge Fund, right? This guy's Prismatic Ticket, so he's playing a low. What did I do? My eraser changed color. Oh, what? Right, so I roll a little bit. I'm trying to stabilize my board a little bit. And then we'll just see. I think I end up going 9, and I end up not hitting on 9. But a lot of that is from my early game, right? I think if I took I think the value I'm getting off Tiniest Titan. So what did I gain? I'm like 10 HP more, but I could have had a combat augment. So you have to think to yourself, like, would a combat augment have saved me 10 HP or 20 HP? It's like probably, right? Probably better items would have been better. But yeah, oh, this is the guy I was talking about. Look, so he has Cluttered Mind and other thing, and if you look, he's like level 8, 50 gold like me, but he's in a much better spot because like he has Cluttered Mind and Hedge Fund, so he's probably like making like 70 or 100 right now. You know, it's hard to tell. I end up beating him because he's full sacking, but he's gonna hit 9 before me, right? I rolled a little bit because I was just looking to like upgrade some of my front line because I just didn't have, like, I still have a Cassante in, right? Right, I'm Thresh paired, so it might be good to roll for Thresh, but it's okay. Anyways, so I think I'm gonna go 9 in a turn. Yeah, it's like, I think I go 9. Yeah, I go 9, 5, 1. So the reason I go 9, 5, 1 is because I don't want to wait till 5, 2, because that's usually when a lot of other people send it. Look, this guy's sending it right now. Let me show you. So this guy's sending it right now. He just went level 9. I'm trying to beat some of the people. I should grab this Yorick, and I should just dupe the Yorick and have Yorick 2. I sell this. Okay, I buy that because I want frontline. Okay, I should just dupe the Yorick. I should just dupe the Yorick. I should dupe the Yorick or the Ziggs. I should just dupe the Yorick. Okay, I'm not duping the Yorick. That's me getting baited by this. I should have duped the Yorick. Oh, you know what happened? This is what happened. See, so this is where I made my mistake. This is what I mean by I got baited. Let me skip the ad. YouTube. So this is what I mean by I got baited, right? Look at my board. What do I have? I found a Z2 when on my roll down, and I found a Z chosen, and I have one more Z, right? So what am I thinking to myself? Oh, I just need one Z, and then I have Z3. Isn't that an easy game? I have 28 gold to roll for one Z and a Z3, right? This looks like it's a good angle to play Z3, and honestly, I don't think it's that bad of a mistake because I am only 1 off, but that's why I don't use the dupe, right? If I duped the Yorick, I would be so much stronger. I might have even won this fight. Probably not. This guy's really strong. He also did Recon Bob. Look at this guy. He had like such a strong board and a position, and he Recon Bobbed because he had like 4 stars, and now he has like a Lowy 2, I think. That was a great spot. Anyways, I'm gonna put the music back on. But I'm one off Zed. Sorry, one off ZAC. ZAC. This is ZAC. Sorry. I'm one off ZAC. And I'm just gonna send it. And let's see, do I hit it? That's Zed. I found a Caitlyn. I can put her in for rapid fire, and it's not that bad. I need to make sure I don't accidentally hit this on this roll down, because it would be so embarrassing if I had it and I could have gone first and I didn't hit it. Right? This is what I mean, right? Like, I would have been in just as good a spot if I didn't play towards this ZAC. Right? And now I'm sacking turns, and like what am I doing here? Look, I'm selling everything. Don't sell the Yorick. Okay, I just duped the Yorick, yeah. So the reason I did this is because I'm 20 HP, and if I lose the next battle, I'm 1 life, right? So I decided at this point that I should just play for 4, right? I think that's the right decision. I'm not sure entirely, but I'm pretty sure this was the right decision. So holding those ZACs and making the ZACs was a problem, and I still have ZAC Headliner, right? What I should have done is I shouldn't have sold the ZAC on bench. I should have sold the ZAC Headliner. I should have sold the ZAC Headliner, and instead of rolling for ZAC, all those rolls I could have hit a 5-star Chosen, right? Because I am level 9, and, you know, it's only 5-2. So, you know, there's a chance that I still hit the 5-cost Chosen, and that's the big mistake. Because I was holding the ZACs and looking for the ZACs, I basically just pissed away 50 gold, and I didn't hit. And I'm still 2 lives, and there's a lot of people that were really strong that are going to hit level 9 boards. And look, what am I hitting? I sell it now, and I'm re-rolling for it, and it's like I don't know what to put in. And it's like all I'm hitting now are ZACs, right? But anyways, I find the Alawi, and I think this Kiana is good enough. So I might just play Kiana. No, I just play Sona, actually. Yeah, Sona's fine. But I might freeze the shop. I'm probably going to lock the shop, because I don't think I'm going to hit something better than Kiana. Or do I not lock the shop? I think I don't lock. Oh, I don't lock it. I don't know what I was thinking there, but I think Kiana's good enough. I have no speed on Sona. I have no gold for my Gambler's Blade. And what am I selling now? I'm just selling everything. I put in Jazz. That's Dazzler. I'm trolling. Okay, so let's see what I do here. What do I do here? I want to get rid of Cassante. That makes sense. And I want to put in Jazz. That makes sense. So I sell that. That's fine. I sell this. I sell this. I get rid of Sentinel. I get rid of that. That's fine. I put in Jazz. That's fine. This is Dazzler. I should put it in. Because Ziggs, I have a Ziggs 2 as my main carry. So that's, I should be playing Dazzler. And I don't have Dazzler in yet. I switch that. Oh no. Oh, I want to put the items on Yorick actually. And then I pick Lucian. And he is rapid fire Lucian, so I can lose this dude. I can lose this. Yeah, I'm just in desperation mode. I think this is fine. I think it would have been better to put in to take Twisted Fate for a turn and then just have Dazzler in, because this is my main damage, right? This is also kind of useless because I have no items. So even though it's like a useless +1. And now my Kate 2 is kind of useless because I got this guy. But I have 0 items, 0 items, 0 items. This is my main damage. And I should have taken the Twisted Fate. And I think that would have been a stronger board. Okay, my MF won me this battle, but it's very close. Okay, I think I identified all the mistakes, right? Up until now. Like, so that last round was pretty bad, and then now what am I playing? It's like I have a bunch of no item useless units. I also have an extra Threshin for no reason, right? Like even Blitzcrank is probably better. And then all these other people caught up to me, right? So I rolled early, but honestly, I think the biggest problem was going for the ZAC, right? If I didn't roll 50 gold for the ZAC and I just open sold the ZAC and I went for something else, but I think it was like an okay gambit. That's more for like YouTube brain. I think that's what I mean. Like a lot of times you go for it and you just don't hit, and then you run into these positions. And I think I'm just fumbling. Yeah, this is just bad gameplay from now on. The last like 5 minutes of this which is me being bad. So I have a Lowy 2. I have this. I have no Jazz in. I have 2 Jazz, but I have no Dazzler in. Right? So I should also be grabbing this Twisted Fate. Swap out somebody for Twisted Fate. I think I just really want a Bard, and I didn't hold on to a Bard. Bro, I think I beat this. Yeah. See, so like, when I'm talking more like optimization. You see how I'm beating a lot of the boards anyways? Right? There's like maybe 2 or 3 boards that like outcap me that are just like a stronger version of my board. But because I have such little health, it doesn't matter because I'm going to place them and I'm going to go 5th anyways, right? And I can't just like rely on matchmaking RNG the whole time. But like, there's a lot of boards that I'm beating. Like, this is a Yone reroll board and I'm clearing it, right? My board isn't that bad, but it's just not good. It's not optimal because like the main thing that you should note is that like just one Dazzler makes this board so much stronger. And I don't know why. I think I was just panicking. Like, just buy the Twisted Fate. I think I have to buy it here because now I'm at a point where I realize, but you played this and you played this and you swap out this and you can get Disco in with the Dazzler and it's good enough, right? But I think it's too late, right? Now I have a 0 item TF and it's plus Dazzler, not plus Disco. And now I'm holding these again. Oh my god. Look how much gold I wasted. I bought a bunch of ZACs and a Chosen ZAC. I sold them all, and then I still remade a ZAC 2 and put it back on my board. You see how inefficient I was at the ending? I was just fumbling, right? Because I don't know, in my head I was just thinking I should get the ZAC, and this is a guy that's just way stronger than me. He has Sona 2 with good item. He also high rolled the Thieves Gloves, right? He has Thieves Gloves on Sona, and he got the Jinsu, which is really good. And then I go 5th, right? So anyways, in review, hopefully that was interesting. I only lost 10 LP. I think me deciding to go for the ZAC was bad, but then me switching off of it preserved me a lot of the HP. This was too little too late. I faced against a guy who was kind of high rolling his items in the last lobby, so maybe I could have squeaked out a 3rd if I lived 1 or 2, or squeaked out a 4th if I lived 1 or 2 more rounds. But at the same time, the issues that I had stem a lot back. Imagine if I had 10 more health because of my opener, right? If I bought Lilia. Sorry, there's so many Christmas ads today. Right? Imagine if I had like 10 more HP from playing the opener. You know, I went through that line. A lot in the middle game, I could have done a little bit better. And then late game, I identified like just like a couple little misplays, right? If I preserved HP by just like being more aggressive with my units instead of going for like a 3-star, right? I could have easily not rolled all my gold, slow rolled the ZAC, and used my duplicator on the Yorick instead, right? But I was kind of, because I didn't want to use my duplicator to commit on the Yorick, I first rolled down all my gold, didn't hit the ZAC, and then decided, oh, well, shit, I might as well dupe the Yorick and then try and play for 4th, right? If I made that decision in reverse, I could have just played towards living long enough to natural the other 2, because there's not much of a difference between like, there is like a big difference, right, between like 8 and 9 ZACs if you're playing for a 3-star 4 cost, but it's still so unreliable that you can't really use that as an out unless you're like level 10, because level 10 the odds of 4 costs are so high that if you like high rolled your way and you have like 50 gold on level 10, then it's like almost guaranteed, I find. But if you're level 9, it's still not good enough. Anyways, hopefully this VOD review was good, and catch me tomorrow doing live TFT, where a lot of these VODs are created in the first place. Make sure to like and subscribe as well. Bye bye.